welcome back to our channel.
It's been a minute.
It has.
It's been a minute.
My name is Brianna, aka Mother B, aka Nova's mommy, aka
Okay, we got it.
Snapback Queen.
Snapback.
Okay, aka Wifey.
And I'm just Hakeem.
And this is Hakeem.
Yeah, just nobody.
This is my Saki.
Nobody special. Nova's dad.
Nova's dad.
I'm a dilf. I'm a dilf.
Anyway, so we've been going for a little minute. Time has flew by.
It feels like she's been here for a year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't get any sleep.
No sleep.
Period.
None. She wakes up every hour.
But she's a blessing.
Yeah.
She looks just like me.
Hell no.
Anyway, so we are back, and as you can tell from the title, we're gonna talk a lot about the labor and delivery of our beautiful baby girl. No wine, y'all. I'm still I'm breastfeeding, so ain't none of that. I don't want to pump and dump just yet.
Turning out by myself.
But during this quarantine, I might. I'm this close. So
where you want to start at?
Let's start first and foremost.
Let's start where
the nightmare began at my 38-week checkup when my doctor told me that she was going on vacation.
Where was she going, Aruba?
She didn't say. She just said I won't be here next week. I'm like, oh, all right.
And we was like, watch the baby come when she
exactly what happened. 38-week appointment. She told me, number one, that she was not going to be there for the next week because she was going on vacation. So I had to meet with an alternate doctor who I had no idea who he was, and that I would meet again with her on my due date if I hadn't given birth. If I didn't give birth by March 16th, she wanted to induce me.
Yep.
From my knowledge of that, I was just in panic mode. I didn't want that to happen. Yeah, which ended up happening anyway.
Still got induced anyway.
Whatever, we'll get there.
Let's fast forward to the night it happened. So
this was Thursday, March 5th at 2:20 in the morning. I'll never forget it. I got up to go to the bathroom. This is the first one.
Yeah, so
got up to go to the bathroom.
So this was like what, 2 o'clock in the morning?
In the morning, yeah.
Right. And
Bentley, get out! Do you hear him with the bone in the back?
We don't rock with Bentley no more. He's like, yeah.
No, Bentley's still my baby. Come here, Pop.
Once we got a kid, man.
Come here. Come here.
Nah, so this was like 2 o'clock in the morning. All I heard you say was, babe. Babe. And then I jumped up.
He's like, it's time?
I was like, is it time? You
said, your water broke?
Oh, yeah. I was like, yo, your water broke? He was like, no, but my mucus plug came out. I was like, alright, it's time.
Yeah. Contractions literally started the moment my mucus plug left my body. That's exactly what it felt like.
So, wow, I was just about to say, I told her to call her mom. Her mom was calling right now.
Yeah.
I told her to call her mom. Literally, a couple hours later, her mom flew in from New York.
Yeah. Contractions were about 5 minutes apart.
Yeah.
So my doctor always instructed me that once they start, call her and we'll go from there. She's on vacation. So I called her office and they paged the doctor who
yeah, they just told us to go to the emergency room.
No, they paged the doctor. Doctor called me back and said, well, you should probably go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Cleaned the house first. We took a walk.
Okay. We cleaned the house. We took a walk. It's now 6:30, and instead of going to the hospital, we're walking around the block, walking the dog, because Bree's a badass like that. And she said, "What you said? Period. What? You look like you hurt." So, what you think about that time? I know a little bit of something. So, we're in the hospital now. They go pregnant over there. How you doing? You sure? She kicking your ass. You gotta beat her when she get here. So, stay tuned. So we went to the hospital. We stayed there for like what?
3 hours.
3 hours.
Because I was not dilated like at all.
Nah.
And so they kept me for a couple of hours just to see if I was gonna dilate. If not, they were gonna send me home. So in the midst of that, my mom flew in, and Akeem was on his way to pick her up.
You okay? Alright, so currently, for people who don't know nothing, we are here. Meaning what? You're not dilated at all? We need to be here so we can stay in this hospital. And we need to ultimately get to here. So long story short, right?
They sent me
They
home.
sent us home, right? It was like, look, sis, you are not dilated. Ain't no
And
baby
you're not
coming right now.
Yeah, not happening. So
we took our happy asses home, right? I was cool because I got out of work. So I'm like, all right, cool.
I was not cool because I was still having these contractions
So
after they sent me home.
These contractions are like kicking her ass right all day. I'm sitting here just like, damn, I feel so bad for her. You know what I mean? But there's nothing I can do. Like, only thing I can be like, you okay? You want some water? You want me to rub your back? Like, there's shit I can do. Like,
we're up probably every hour.
Yeah, Nova's back there. Just so yeah, I know.
We're probably up every hour on the hour. Well, I didn't go to sleep, but I'm like waking him up so that we can keep track of the timing of the contractions. They're getting closer and more intense, and
so once it got to like 2 to 3 minutes apart, then I was like, okay, no shit, we gotta go.
I tried to make myself as comfortable as I could being home. So I would take like warm baths where I could just try to like relax as much as I could, but the contractions were so intense. This was probably about 4 o'clock. Maybe we decided to go to the hospital.
You know what's funny about that story?
Nova's waking up.
So we had to stop to get food because last time she was in the hospital, they won't feed her. They won't feed you if you're admitted. Period. So
Well, once labor starts, and I was already in labor. Pretty much.
Like once you're admitted,
Yeah.
They're not gonna feed you. So if you're pregnant out there, just know you better eat before you go to the hospital.
Facts.
Because you're not gonna get
Eat
nothing
through them
but ice cream.
contractions.
So we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts. So we in the car, we about to eat. I'm about to bust down my sandwich. This girl got a crazy contraction. Like, no, we gotta go inside now. I'm like, fuck. We went upstairs. So I'm talking to the guy, right? So you gotta fill out all these paperwork. She's literally having contractions, right?
Yeah,
and
this is the second day
like,
we're here in a row. So he should have already had my stuff to pull up.
I'm like, yeah, so he asked her, can you fill out your name and your social?
What's your name again?
And she's literally having contractions trying to like sign her
I'm like
name.
bawling.
And I'm like, sir, like,
can we get her in the room?
Can we just get her in the room? Like, I'll do this shit for her. That's peace. I know I'm probably going a little bit fast, but this shit kind of blew my mind. So she's going through these contractions, right? And the doctor comes in and he goes, oh yeah, you're not dilated, so we're just gonna send you back home. So I'm like,
literally, I felt my world crashing down. I'm like, I cannot go another 24 hours in this pain at home. All I know is the doctor left. Akeem left behind him. The doctor came back and said, okay, let's admit her. I was like,
I was so pissed when I went outside. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I said.
I literally was like, whatever Akeem said, whatever threat he placed on this man, thank God.
I'm not gonna say what I said, but I went out there and I was just like, hey doc, let me holler at you for a second. And then we talked and I walked back in. He came back in and he was like, all right, we're gonna admit her. And I was like,
they took me out of the little,
like
that little room, moved me to the labor and delivery room, and it was lit.
Cause I was not going home again, like with her in that pain, and shit was ridiculous. Day 2, we're back. How you feeling?
Tired.
You okay? What you want to say?
Hurry up, Nova.
Come on over there.
Come on, Nova, let's go.
This is it. I feel it now. It's about that time. This is what a contraction look like. See that spike? That's it. You okay?
Yeah.
You sure? So we gotta walk it out. So we're doing a nice little tour around the hospital. We want your little IV bag. How you feeling? Shit sucked, don't it? I'm tired too. I ain't sleeping 2 days. I'm exhausted. Alright, well, we just gotta walk for 45 minutes, then take a break for 15, then walk for 45, and so on and so forth. Oh, contraction time. Alright. I'll see y'all soon.
So at that point, the doctor came in and manually broke my water. Once that happened, the contractions went from about intensity, probably about from a 7 to a 10 in 5 minutes. Like that pain was crazy.
So yeah.
And then that's when they gave me, so I stuck that out for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what, I can't do this pain anymore. I don't want to go straight to the epidural, and I think I couldn't go to the epidural at that point because I wasn't dilated enough. So they gave me a pain med through the IV. I can't remember what the name of it is.
That should put you straight.
It didn't really matter, but it put me straight to sleep, and it eased the pain a tiny bit, enough for me to relax. But I would still feel the contractions, just not as intense. I got induced, and then I got the epidural.
Yeah, you got induced. No.
Yeah, I got the Pitocin first.
Okay, yeah, you did. You did.
I got the Pitocin first. Yeah. So I got induced. I don't remember what time that was, but I know I got the epidural around 1:30. The Pitocin, for those of you who don't know, it just jumpstarts your labor. It allows your body to, your cervix is going to dilate itself. And so I went from about 2 centimeters to 8. And then from 8 to 10 within an hour.
Yeah. Look who just got the epidural.
Hi, my name is Brianna, and I feel amazing. I'm an advocate for the epidural. Get the epidural. Don't be tough.
You tried though. You tried.
Yeah, but fuck all that.
Glad you feeling better. Centimeter time. That's all you can do? That's all you get out of me.
It was crazy. Like, they came in, they was like, all right, you ready? And I was like, it's go time? They was like, yeah. They just come in, start wheeling me in the table and shit like that. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to happen.
The only bad thing is that I went from 8 to 10 centimeters so quickly, and the doctor was not at the hospital. He literally took about an hour to get there. Yeah. So from the time I hit 10 centimeters to the time I gave birth, there was an hour in between.
Yeah, because she was coming.
Oh yeah. Once they checked in and said that she was 10 centimeters, she's like, oh, and I feel the baby right here. And I'm like, yes, I feel her right here too when she's about to come out. Like, we need to get it popping.
They're like, you need to hold her. You need to hold her.
I'm like, nah. So it's funny though, because after she checked and told me that she was there, that confirmed all the feelings, because they tell you that you don't feel a lot during the epidural. So I wasn't feeling the contractions, I wasn't feeling the pain from the contractions, but I was feeling pressure. And that was from Nova coming down, and she was about to come out. And so at one point, it feels almost like, might be a little TMI, but it almost feels like you have to poop. And I was like, I don't know if this is the baby or if I have to poop, but I feel the pressure. And at one point I was like, oh my God, y'all, she's coming.
I didn't want you to.
So Akeem jumped up, Nikki jumped up, my mom jumped up. I'm like, wait, y'all, not like right now, but she's coming soon.
Yeah,
and so they just kept calling.
I had to go get the nurse. Cause I was like, look, we can't wait on this dude no more. So then they were like, all right, we're gonna deliver her.
Yes. So the nurses came in, set everything up. I literally watched my world transform in that moment, because I was like, it went from me laying down in the hospital bed to me being propped up, legs up, ready to go. My mom is on this side holding my left leg. Akeem is on this side holding my right leg. We got the two nurses in front of me, Nikki right here.
Fellas, let me tell you something. Seeing this shit will change your life. I promise you. Like, I still can't even describe what I saw. but this shit was ill. Like, but
I think I pushed her out in like 5 minutes.
5 seconds. Like, yo, like, and the crazy thing is, like, I'm looking at her, like, I'm looking at Nova coming out, and then I'm looking at Bree, like, to see her face, because I'm like, there's no way. Like, you're just like.
And I'm gonna show y'all the picture. Literally, this picture was taken the minute Nova came out, like down to the minute. Like I looked at the.
You see my face a while ago? That was the face I had. Like, I was just like.
And he cried. My big baby cried just a little bit. Oh, don't worry, we have pictures.
I didn't cry.
You cried. You teared, and it was so sweet.
Anyway, so.
And let's not forget to mention the promise that was made. My mom was there.
I've never seen no shit like that.
He was like,
so I just felt really bad for you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what? Any push gift you want, because this is crazy.
Really
Now, so everybody, does everybody hear that? Because there's a list coming for you, babe. The push gift list.
Nah, the funniest thing though, right? So the funniest thing is when you was pushing and the nurse was like, oh my gosh, she has so much hair. And everybody
like,
stopped and said, hair? I was like, thank you, God. I was like,
quick story behind that is that when we went to go do her 3D sonogram, the doctor, the tech was like, oh, she has like a little bit, but we don't see a whole lot of hair. And I was like, oh. I cannot describe the feeling of like relief and like disbelief at the same time when they put her on my chest. Like, I could not believe that I just birthed a human, and the human that I've carried inside of me for the past 39 weeks was finally outside on my chest.
And we went through all that, and she's so ungrateful. She keep us up all night. She's never satisfied. She's always hungry. She's always shitting. She's always peeing.
And don't complain.
She's always crying.
She's literally the biggest blessing. Like,
but I was about to say.
Yeah, because you just said, oh, you had a whole lot of negative just now.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm running on like 5 hours right now. But to say all that, it's still worth it.
Yes.
Because when you look at her and then, you know, she crack a little smile. Because she don't really smile. She don't really smile.
Yeah, she's not a smiler.
She's mean.
She still decided if she likes it on the outside.
Yeah. But you know, she crack a little smile or something like that, and you'd be like, ah, you know.
And she looks just like me, so it's like, how could you not love somebody that looks exactly like you?
I swear to God, she don't. But anyway.
But that is the labor story, minus a couple details. If y'all have any questions, I'm still a rookie mom. Okay, I've only been in here for about a month, but feel free. I'm gonna help y'all as much as I can. Shout out to all the moms and the mom figures that helped me along the way through my morning sickness. Bye. It's not about y'all. She's finna wake up in like 2 seconds, so let's get up out of here. Let's get our last 5 minutes in.
Yeah, so
thanks for watching.
I think that's about it.
Out of here.
We about to have to go to work now, right? Alright,
the night shift has begun.
Yep.
We out of here.